Before you do anything else, this is the one thing you need to do in order to prepare for your speech. What's up, guys? This is Phillip Sessions, your public speaking and presentations coach, here to help you with all things speech prep. So what is that one thing that you need to do before any speech? It is not just going out there and winging it. Most people think that, I've got an idea. I'm just going to figure it out on stage. It'll just come to me. It's going to be this download. It's going to all work out. No, do not do that. Whatever you do, what you need to do is figure out what you want to talk about. And that's just kind of a soft thing. That's obviously something that you need to do. But the one thing that you truly need to do is figure out who you're speaking to. If you have no clue who you're speaking to, what are you going to prepare for? If I'm going to go speak to a kindergarten class, I will prepare a speech and speak differently and share different stories with that kindergarten class than I would a high school class, or I would a big corporation, or I would somebody in the trades industry versus somebody in sales or finance. I'm going to speak differently to each of those audiences. So first and foremost, you need to figure out who your audience is before you even start preparing your speech, because your message, while it may somewhat remain the same, all of the stories that you will share in that message are going to be completely different. You may have some, like who you are, where you're from a little bit. That's going to be about the same, because who you are and where you're from is never going to change. Hopefully, I don't know, with everything going on today, how you can just be different things. I don't know. Could be something that you could change on your own. If you're listening to this and if you're listening to me, most likely that's not you. So hopefully you laughed at that a little bit. Woo, go America, go freedom, go conservatism. Anyways, I'm going to digress from that soapbox there and go ahead and step on down here real quick. But when you go to prepare your speech, you need to think about who your audience is, because the message that you share, the stories that you share, are going to be different for each individual audience. And bonus tip for you, you want to make sure that you're actually speaking to audiences that are ones you want to speak to, because at the end of the day, unless if you were getting paid for every single speech, which is a business, you can get paid good money to go speak to any audience, as long as they're paying for you, then you can go speak to them. But a lot of people that are speaking, and there's times when I go speak that I am not getting paid to speak, but I still go speak anyways, because it's an audience that I can work with. It's an audience that I can do business with. So that's why you want to know who your audience is, because if you listen to two episodes back, two of the solo episodes back, so it's about 4 episodes back in total on the podcast and this YouTube channel here, that you want to keep the same stories and just tweak them slowly. So there's that as well in there. But if you're starting for your first time, doing your first presentation, your first speech to an audience, make sure that you know who that audience is so you can relate to them. And that is the number one thing that you need to do, because when you know who your audience is, you can then know to speak to them. Because it doesn't matter what you speak on. You can give them the greatest thing ever. You can tell them how to make $20 by only spending $10. So if I give you a $10 bill, you give me a 20 back, like that's awesome. You're going to make money every single time. But there's people that don't even care about making money. They just want to help the world out. Kids probably don't really care that much about money. They just want to go buy things, but they're not really concerned with how to make more money and things like that. So the audience is a crucial part in order to make sure that your speech is going to be effective and be heard by that audience. So focus on the audience first for your next presentation. And if you need some help with that, I'd be happy to help you with any way that I can, because I know I can help you be prepared for that next speech. Just a matter if you want my help or if you want to do it yourself.